Om Namah Shivaya, Sun-Jupiter conjunction, which is also called Jeeva Atma Yog in Vedic astrology, which is one of the most powerful spiritual divine conjunction. What are the results when somebody have this on their horoscope? Let's figure it out in this video today. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe and watch till the end. So what is Jeeva and Atma? Jeeva, according to 14th century teacher of dualistic Vedanta, Madhavacharya, Jeeva is individual soul, separate from Supreme Soul or Brahman or God, yet it is dependent on the Brahman and it has its own consciousness. And what is Atma? According to 8th century teacher of Advaita Vedanta, Shankaracharya, Atma is an identical soul, identical to the Supreme Soul or Brahman or God. So here in this conjunction, Jupiter represents the Jeeva and Sun represents the Atma. We already know that Sun is the soul significator. Sun represents the divinity within, right? So here in this conjunction, when somebody has this, it promises a lot of goodness. Sun, the Atma, the purity, the divinity, getting instilled on the Jeeva. Sun instilling all the divinity and purity on the Jeeva, on the individual soul, and making it one of the most auspicious yoga in Vedic astrology. Person becoming wise, the person becoming prosperous with knowledge and divinity and profound spiritual clarity, right? But does that happen for everyone? That remains the question here. So let's dive into that. So let's say if it is happening in a bad dignity, Sun is in, let's say, Sun is in a lower degree and Jupiter is on higher degree and Jupiter is getting combusted. Jupiter's significance is getting burned because of the Sun's heat. Or let's say some other malefic planet like Rahu is overpowering the Sun, because when the Rahu aspects the Sun becomes very powerful, right? So in this way what will happen? We can see that the belief system of a child, because Jupiter represents the belief system, can be harmed or can be, manhandled or undermined by sun figures during their childhood. Sun figure like father or anybody like the father, uncles or teachers. So they somehow impose and instill their ideologies on them. So their ideology, if the father is a racist, or if the father is having a neo-Nazi belief, he is instilling that belief forcefully onto the child's mind. So child feels agitated and not comfortable. The child feeling frustrated with such things. So in this way, this is going to be a bad one, right? So there are many examples of this going not in the right way. But if it happens in the right way, if let's say Jupiter is sitting in his own sign, or Jupiter is getting aspect from moon, like Jupiter and Sun both are getting aspect from moon, like person if they are born during Purnima, then it can bring a lot of auspiciousness. All the darkness, all the confusion, the difficulties will get illumined and the person will be able to shine through all of that. The father teaches him racism, he will not become a racist. He will listen to his good teachers in the college, right? So he will listen to read good books and learn on his own what is right and what is wrong. So this is how we have to understand. And this, when it happens in a very good way, this is very, very powerful. Here, these are the people, those who become extremely wise, very, very prosperous, total 360-degree prosperity. Like when we think about prosperity, all we think is that nice houses and nice cars with BMWs and Mercedes. That is not always the prosperity. Prosperity is something which you when you are content with your life, when you are totally happy, which I keep on saying, that as our ancient Maharishi Patanjali said, Santo sadhanuttamaha sukha lavaha. When you are really content, you feel happy, right? So these are the people, when happening in a good dignity, they are really content. Whatever they may be doing, they can be one of the best spiritual teachers, one of the profound spiritual speaker, preacher, or if not onto spirituality, they can be in anywhere, in any field. Let's say they teach mathematics in a college, they would be one of the most loved professor. He would be one of the most respected one, right? So this is all the goodness of Jupiter, because Jupiter is the most benefic planet. He instills only goodness onto the native, right? So this is very, very powerful. Now let's say here Sun represents the courage, or the Sun represents the passion to create self-identity. So whatever the child will dream, whatever the young man will dream, he would do, that thing will get expanded and widened by Jupiter. Jupiter represents expansion. Jupiter expands our horizon, right? A narrow-minded person who will have a debilitated Jupiter, he won't be able to have a wider perception. But a good Jupiterian person will have a wider vision. He will try to understand everybody's perspective. They will not have narrow-mindedness. So here Jupiter, in a good dignity, when they are both helping each other, the friendship of them happening in a nice way, Jupiter and Sun, it will expand the person's goals and visions. These are the people, those who will have dream big, that I will do this on one day, I will write one book, I will do great things, I will become a good teacher, or I will join the army and fight for my nation, or I will join politics, I become a good law-making prime minister, or a minister of parliament. So this kind of people. Okay, and let's say if again when it happening in a bad dignity, then what happens? The person is becoming narrow-minded. Whatever he has learned, whatever they may be learned, they can be very learned, but whatever that may have learned in a bad dignity, they will be like, whatever I have learned, that is only correct. My way is highway. My doxy is orthodoxy, other doxy is heterodoxy. So they will have this kind of ideologies. So which is not at all good. Now if you watch my Sagittarius video, so there I have spoken that how those kind of narrow-mindedness, the fanatic belief system, the fanatic, dogmatic and bigotry can bring so much of darkness into the person's mind. And here this is not what the conjunction proposes. This conjunction proposes great things. Profound spiritual upliftment. Sun will always push the divinity from the Atman, the purity from the Atman will always come and try to wash away, cleanse the Jeeva, cleanse the Jupiter, so that they learn the goodness, learn the right thing from the right people, not from wrong people, right? That's why in the Bhagavad Gita it said, Jnana nirdhuta kalmasha. So Jnana, which is knowledge, it washes away all the dirt, all the difficulties, all the commotions from the mind. So you do not remain on the quagmire in the mind. It gets washed away. And Jupiter can do that. Jnana can do that. Jupiter represents Jnana. And this Sun represents the spiritual, this Atman, the divinity, the divine knowledge, which everybody has. Everybody. He can be anybody, right? He can be a laborer, a cobbler, a worker in a cremation ground. Yet he will have all of these qualities. That's why each soul is potentially divine. So, for example, when all of this happening in a bad way, still this person is a divine one. that person is a divine soul and he has this conjunction. But along with age, along with experiences, bad experiences, he will learn how to get rid of this negative thinking and negative narrow-mindedness, and where he have wronged himself, where he have kept himself pompous that I know everything, so then he will learn, and eventually he will calm down and he will become humbled. So this is very, very good, very extremely good. Sages and saints can be born in this conjunction. This conjunction with Ketu makes a person really see through things. They can really see through the ego and see what is happening, inside. Even if there is an aspect of Ketu on this particular conjunction, this is extremely auspicious, but not at a young age. At a young age, the aspect of Ketu will make the person confused, and they will not realize the benefits what they have. Anyways, they are not supposed to. Unless until your planet matures, your nakshatra matures, you mature as a person, you are not supposed to understand everything, right? That's why we always say respect your elders. Jupiter are the elders. Jupiter are the people, those who have experience in their life. So this is how we have to see. This is very, very good. Very, very good. Now let's say I would give you some remedies. For example, your sun is totally burning the Jupiter, and you have some of these conditions matching with your lifestyle or your past experiences. What you should do? You should strengthen the sun. Let's say, for example, Rahu is putting an aspect, or Ketu is putting an aspect, and you are young, you are maybe 22 or 25, and you do not have such clarity, then you should strengthen the sun. Make it more auspicious. How do you do that? By chanting mantras or stotram. There is very powerful one stotram is there, which is called Adit Hridam Stotram. It goes like this, Tato Yuddha Parashantam Samare Chintayastidam Ravanam Chakrato Drashta Yuddhaya Samvastam Deva Chaiva Smagamya Drashtam Abhyagatornam Ubagamya Bavidra Mamagasto Bhagavan Rishi. So Rama is tired in the battlefield and he is afraid to fight Ravana. Okay, then Agastya Maharishi, he teaches this divine hymn of praying to the Sun Lord, from whose dynasty the Rama belongs, right? And he says like this, Rama Rama Mahavaho Sunagashyam Sanatanam Yena Sarvarani Vatso Samare Vijayishashi Aditridayam Punyam Sarvasatru Vinasanam Javaho Jape Nityam Akshayam Paramam Shivam. So it goes like this, 33 slokas. So he is telling, oh Rama Rama Mahabaho, you are mighty Rama, you are so powerful, courageous, listen to this divine hymn, which is, immortal, and which will make you win in the battlefield. So you are supposed to make this Rama, which is there inside you, that divine soul, that is only Rama, active by chanting this hymn. If you can't chant, you just listen on YouTube. You just can Google search, you will get so many videos are there. You choose which one you like, then you listen. And especially on Sunday and every day if you have time, 7-8 minutes it will be. And there is one more which is very famous, everybody knows of it, which is Gayatri mantra. Om Bhur Bhuvasya Tashavetur Varenang Vargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. This one you must chant every day, 108 times. Whenever your mind is calm, whenever you have taken a bath, you are not doing anything, that time you must chant this. And then another, Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamosoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And do exercise which strengthens your bone. Do such kind of exercise, eat such kind of diets. Google search bone strengthening diet, bone strengthening natural food. Then you include those foods into your diet. You don't need nutrition. Okay, then you will become a strong one. The sun will shine within you, and sun will not hamper the Jupiter. And if your Jupiter is getting hampered, then what to do? Then you learn from the gurus. You read the right text. You listen to the right preacher and teachers. That is how you help your Jupiter. Now there are many teachers, right? There are many. So you must choose the conventional ones, because Jupiter gives us the conventional style of teaching, which is the Sagittarian teaching, right? Which is the higher philosophical religious teaching. So that must come from a conventional established teacher, not from just anybody, self-proclaimed teachers. Those who say that I have not read Bhagavad Gita, I have not read any text, I don't care about the Upanishad, I don't care about the Vedanta, I don't care about the Ramayana, Mahabharata, I don't care about what other sages have said, and I am a guru. Those kind of guru will destroy you. They will make you so confused that you have to get so many births you have to take in order to have, some clarity, spiritual clarity. So, very, very wise decisions you have to make in order to choose from whom you are learning, what you are learning. So, that is how you help your Jupiter. Okay, and exercise. You are a young man, you exercise. Very, very important. Very, very important. Okay. Har Har Mahadev.